Hey guys, it's week 7, and this is still for Professor Flitwick's psychology class. I don't know when I'm ever going to stop doing that as an intro, but probably not anytime soon. This week we were supposed to come up with a list of 20 things that we like about ourselves and 20 things we don't like about ourselves. And then we're supposed to talk about 5 things from each list in our video. It's midterm season, so I'm pretty sure that this is Professor Flitwick's idea of getting in there and trying to get us ready for our midterm and talk about more psychology stuff and less all about you stuff, which this is still all about us, and I guess that the other stuff was still psychology related, even if it didn't always seem like it was. But at any rate, it was cool to have like an actual assignment to go with the video rather than just kind of doing stuff in class and then doing stuff for the video. But this is my list, and I'm going to talk about 5 from each list, and I'm going to talk about things I don't like before I talk about things that I do like, so that way I can kind of end in a more positive note, because I think that's really important, especially when you're doing something like this that's like a lot of self-analysis and can be a little deprecating because, you know, you're going to talk about things you don't like, and no one ever really wants to do that. So, things I don't like about myself. I'm not a fan of my anxiety. I have a generalized anxiety disorder. I've had the diagnosis for about 7 years now. It's not really anything that like gets easier. It's just you get used to it, and it sucks as much now as it did when I got diagnosed when I was 13, or 12. 13, yeah. God, it was like a million years ago, it feels like. So I don't really like that about myself, although it's a big part of myself, so maybe I would like myself even less if I didn't have it. Who really knows? I'm never going to, probably. When I was little, there was a thing that happened that I don't really like talking about, but it resulted in some scarring on my side that I'm really self-conscious about. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't really like my sweet tooth. I know that I have really bad eating habits and I get yelled at all the time because of it, and so I probably shouldn't have jelly beans in my backpack, but I do. Whatever. If you don't like it, I won't share. I'm not a fan of my nervous habits. I fidget a lot. I play with things a lot. I'm doing it right now. Sitting still makes me anxious, but fidgeting annoys me, so it's this kind of vicious cycle of weird headspace. That's always super fun. And then the last thing I figured I could talk about was I don't really like how unprepared for the future I feel, because I still don't really know what I'm going to do with my degree. So that's not helping my anxiety. But I figure I'll get there eventually. Awesome. Great. Okay, let's talk about things that I do like. This also is a little bit trickier, and it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if we were supposed to talk about like physical traits or like personality things or whatever. But I have a list, and I'm going to talk about 5 things on the list. The first thing is my ability to function on little to no sleep, which isn't really a good thing, but it's convenient, because I have a lot of late nights and a lot of early morning classes, and so it's nice to have a balance. I like my GPA. I work really hard to maintain it. I'm nearly a 4.0. I'd like to graduate with that GPA if I can manage it. But I've worked really hard, and I'm proud of it. Sometimes I like my hair. It's kind of long right now. I need to cut it again, which I feel like I just did, but sometimes I like it. So I figured that should be on the list, because you should like your appearance. I don't know. I think confidence is really important, and so I try to have it when I can. I really like my cooking skills. I'm pretty good at it. I like making food for my friends. Food makes people happy. I make cupcakes for my residents when it's their birthday, which is always fun. So I like that. And then the last thing on my list was me, because I think it's really important to like yourself. I know it's not always easy. I'm a hypocrite for putting it down because I don't always like myself, but I do think that it is something that everyone should strive for. So those are my lists. It's not the full list, but that would take a really long time, and I don't really want to get into all of it. So that's cool, but it's there, and now I can hand it in. But before I ended my video, I wanted to say my birthday is next week. It's on March 10th. I'm going to post a video. I'm turning 21. I'd like to do something for it, but I don't really know what. So my Twitter is going to be in the description box. So if you guys have ideas for what I should do for my birthday, you should send them to me. And I'll figure it out, because it'd be cool to do something. See you guys next week.